Man, y'all been tearing my ass up on that last video, bro. I forgot like what this was like, because I told you I took a break from doing DR videos and I was doing other content. So this kind of put me back in the memory lane. But man, I don't think I made a response video in probably like 5 years. But I done been on this platform long enough to the point where I know people are just gonna troll no matter what angle you try to come at it with, no matter what your intentions were. People, they gonna feel some type of way. If they don't like what you say, they don't care, they're gonna disagree with you, which is totally fine, because this is YouTube and I'm not above criticism. I know there are gonna be people out there that disagree with the things that I say. However, I want to talk about this last video that I just did because I do feel like a lot of the stuff that I was seeing in the comments, a lot of that stuff got filtered out, by the way, because some of y'all was just being flat out disrespectful. And like I said, I don't really let that stuff get to me anymore because I've been doing this for so long, But some of the stuff I was seeing, I'm just like, bro, is it really that deep? Because somebody had an opinion or a critique on something, and I don't feel, oh shit. I went back and watched the video twice, and I was really trying to find what did I say in that video that was so disrespectful. Like, I thought that I was very respectful when I just said it was 5 things that I dislike about Dominican Republic. And then literally a couple of days before that, I made the same video talking about 5 things that I liked about Dominican Republic. It's the same exact format. 5 things I like, 5 things I dislike. But for some reason, on the video where I talked about 5 things that I dislike, it's just like, man, you say anything remotely, I'm not even gonna say negative, just like constructive criticism, okay? If you say one thing about this country, and I done did reviews on several countries, so I know what I'm talking about because I do reviews no matter what country I go to. I do the pros, cons. But for some reason, when it comes to the Dominican Republic, if you say anything that could be perceived as negativity, it's just like people, they completely disregard all the other stuff you done said. Literally got hundreds of videos praising this country, talking good things about this country, even defending people about their wrong perceptions about this country. Like, when all the stuff was going on with the U.S. Embassy, I made a video explaining the whole breakdown between the Haitians and Dominicans, and people were like, nah, Dominicans racist and don't travel to the Dominican Republic, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I done said all this positive stuff, but for some reason, anytime I say something that could be perceived as negative, it's just like y'all throw that all out the window and y'all just go in. And, like I told you, I haven't done a DR video in a long time, so it kind of like caught me off guard. I was like, damn, like my comments haven't been this lit in a long time because y'all don't ever go this hard on anything else that I post. And it's like the same people that was going in on this video, why don't y'all go in on the other content where I'm talking positively? I ain't seen not one person that sent me some disrespectful shit because I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of them comments got filtered out because YouTube, they just have like this automated thing where they filter out negative comments. And so some of the stuff you're not going to see, but it's just like, damn, not one of these people has ever left something good on the videos where I'm praising the country. But the moment I say something, and I'm just giving an opinion, bro, it's just an opinion, bro. Like, y'all give me way too much power. Y'all value what I say way too much. I'm just one person on this platform, bro. My personal opinion about something is not going to change the whole spectrum of the travel universe in terms of people traveling to this country. I'm literally just giving you a critique. That's it. That's it. And I feel like I was being respectful, but then I remembered not everybody has the same emotional maturity as some people where they cannot take criticism or they can't take, things that I feel like they should just improve on. And that's literally what it is. It's just me saying, hey, here's things that I like, here's some things that I dislike. That's it. And look, I'm not telling everybody or expecting everybody to agree with what I say 100%. That's called yes men. I don't need yes men. I do like hearing other people's perspectives. I don't want you to agree with every single thing that I gotta say. Okay, that's how you become a well-rounded person, when you can look at other angles and be like, okay, I see where this person coming from. But it's all about respect, okay? Once you start getting disrespectful, all bets are off, and that's when I got to start blocking people. There was nothing in that video that I said that was warranting those type of responses from some of the people. It's just like, damn, y'all were that butthurt because I made one critique out of that whole video, and that was the one thing that y'all were just so fixated on. And so we about to get into it, but I just could not understand that. It's like, but when I did the video talking positive about the country, none of y'all said anything about that. So it's just a little bit backwards to me. And I don't know, I just get a little bit confused. It's like, why don't they put that same energy into the positive content, you know? But in the video, one of the things I said I don't miss about living in Dominican Republic, keyword living. I'm not talking about going on vacation for a couple of days in Punta Cana. I'm not talking about going to visit your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever. I'm talking about people who actually live in the country, such as myself. That's where the video was coming from. It was talking about my experience living in the Dominican Republic, meaning that you have been there for a very long, extended amount of time. You are going to experience certain things that maybe somebody on vacation is not going to experience, or it might not be to the extremes. One of the things I said in that video is that I just disliked how people, they take advantage of other people. That's it. I feel like there was nothing disrespectful in how I said that. All I said in that video was I did not like how in that country, certain people, they love to take advantage of other people. And I'm not saying this does not happen in America. I'm not saying that this don't happen in Colombia or Brazil or any of the other countries I done been to. But I was specifically talking about Dominican Republic because the video was about living in the Dominican Republic. That is one of the only other countries, with the exception of Spain, that I actually got to live in, okay? In Dominican Republic, I said that as a gringo, I had issues with a lot of people taking advantage and doing scams. And that is just something that happens down there when you are a tourist. It's inevitable. You're going to experience it. I had some people try to tell me, oh, it's because you too exposed and you be walking around in the hoods and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, it happens everywhere. It happens at the damn movie theater, at the fucking market. Like, you can go anywhere. It's going to happen to you at some point. And if you say that it hasn't, I feel like you might be lying, bro. Or you might just be sitting in your hotel room the whole time. But every single day, when you are living there and you go out in public, there's going to be some type of negotiation. Somebody going to try to upcharge you something for the price that's not the original price. And I said, when you do that shit every single day, when you're living there, it gets old. It gets old. And that's all I said in the video. I just said that I hate getting scammed. I don't. I'm a human. You know, it's like, treat me with respect. I want to be treated like everybody else. You wouldn't do that to the next person, so why you got to do it to me? They do. Like, I mean, I'm not making this shit up. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It happens, okay? Yes, it can happen in America. There are people that scam and take advantage of people. But from my personal experience, okay, that's key word. My experience living in Dominican Republic, it happens a lot more frequently than anything I've ever experienced in America. And that's just from my perspective. And then let's talk about the whole begging situation, okay? So that was another thing in the video that was taken heavily out of context, okay? Like, I had one chick trying to come at me crazy talking about, you just trying to capitalize off of talking ill on impoverished people. And I'm like, what? Like, how do you get me making fun of poor people because I said I don't like being taken advantage of? Like, y'all, when I say y'all just be making up shit, dog, like, because I went back and watched the video. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Okay, let me preface this. This is from my experience. There has literally been times where I've met somebody, literally within the first 24 hours of meeting somebody, they're already hitting me up saying, hey, go buy me a flat screen TV. Something that's not even a necessity, okay? Some Jordans, an iPhone, okay? Just like crazy random requests because they're like, oh, this person's a gringo. So, you know, I don't know how much money they got, but if they from America, we're going to try to like see what we can get. That's the type of stuff I don't like. Or if we going out and let's say somebody invites you to go out, but then they bring all their people with them. You get in the club and they trying to foot the bill towards you. Be like, hey, can you buy everybody a bottle? When they're the ones that invited you to come hang out with them. And it's not that you don't got it, but it's just like, damn, like it do make you kind of feel bad or make you feel like, well, I'm just like a damn ATM machine. You know, I even be joking saying like I'm the ATM machine. Because, like, literally, that's how it be. It really do be feeling like that. You know, people, they invite you out and you thinking y'all having a good time. Because in America, I'm going to be honest, like, when I go to America, like, when we go out, everybody pitches in, you know, everybody holds their weight. We don't put it all on one person. Now, if you want to treat somebody or you want to treat some people, yeah, I've done that before where I'm like, oh, I got it, y'all. Everything's on me. But it's the expectation where that people have, like, just because you from America, I don't feel like that's cool, because if you came to my country, I would not do that to you. Or let me not use that example. I got friends who are doctors. I have friends who are multimillionaires. You will never, I don't care how much money a person has, you will never sit up here and see me be like, hey, buy me a Maserati because you a millionaire. It's like that, like that's rude as fuck. Like what type of entitlement do you have to have in order to think that a person should do that for you just because you think they have more or they come from a certain financial level of status? Like that, to me, that's fake. You know, I would never go to my friends who are doctors and be like, hey, go buy me another iPhone because you're a doctor and you got money. They're going to look at me crazy. So it's the same principle of what I was referring to in that video when I'm in the DR. Don't look at an American and be like, hey, this is just a free meal ticket. We're going to take advantage of this person. At the end of the day, you don't know nobody's financial situation, and not every American that travels is even rich. First of all, if we really want to keep it real, a lot of Americans don't even got it like that when they travel, okay? The average American probably gets one vacation a year. They done saved up all their money, and they just go down there with the money that they done saved up for the whole year. But people, they would look at them and be like, oh, they rich or they got money. A lot of these people be broke. I've seen it before firsthand. I myself was a broke traveler in the very beginning. In my very, very early days of traveling, like y'all done seen the videos, I was taking, you know, showers with buckets. I was hostel hopping, backpacking and shit. Like I didn't have it like that in the beginning because I was a kid. You know, I was damn near a teenager. I was still like, 18, 19? That was another thing. I'm out here trying to survive, you know, going to hostels and shit. I'm trying to figure out my way around, you know. I was doing teaching English jobs. That's how I was able to go, you know, live in Spain. But yeah, when I was first living in DR, like I ain't really have it like that. I was a broke college kid. You know, I ain't really started making money for real until after college. I was like in my early to mid 20s. Like I'm in my mid 20s now, and I'm just now becoming like very stable with life and stuff. But, you know, in them early days, like people would be hitting me up talking about, I need this, that, and the third. And it's just like, damn, I'm still trying to, you know, survive my damn self, you know. And here's the thing. I told you in the last video that I posted, in the beginning, I used to just like help every single person. And it wasn't to my best friend who was Dominican. And that's why we best friends to this day, because he was the only one down there that was not really trying to take advantage of me. And that is why me and him became best friends, because it's like he saw like people was taking advantage. He was like, nah, bro, like you gotta chill on doing that stuff, because you know you just gonna give and give and give and give. People, they're gonna take and take and take and take to your last, and then when you have nothing else, they're not gonna give a fuck. They're gonna go on to the next person. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with helping people. I'm not saying that. You know, give and give from the heart. You know, as you should help the next person. You gotta pay it forward. But don't let people take advantage of you. And that was the whole point that I was trying to make in the video. When people start asking you to buy them flat screens and fucking iPhones, to me that's just ridiculous, because that's not even a necessity. People are asking me to buy them things that I, as American, didn't even have myself. You get what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing that I was trying to get at in this video. Was not being disrespectful. Like I told you, I done spoke so many good things about this country. I don't get why that was the one thing y'all focused on out of that entire 10-minute video. You know, and it's just like y'all got so fixated on that. I just don't like the fake shit, you know, especially when I done helped people before. I done gave my last to people. Especially if I done help people on multiple occasions. And the one time I say like, hey man, I don't got it right now. You're the worst person. You're the spawn of Satan. I mean, I'm just talking about going in, just talking so disrespectful, bro. Calling me everything but a child of God. Blocking me, cussing me out. Okay, I done been blocked by so many people that I done helped in the past. And so it's just like, those are the type of things that does get annoying. And just because you did not experience it does not mean that I did not experience those things. Because like I told you, in the beginning of this video, everybody's experience is going to be differently. One dude was like, well, I done lived here for 10 years and I never experienced these things. Like I said, everybody's going to have a different experience. The same way a white person in America is not going to have the same experience as a black person. I have friends who are white who live in America as long as I've been in America that still to this day have not experienced the things I've experienced as a black man in the United States of America, because we're two different people. The same way I got friends that travel to the DR that are women, their experience as a woman is going to be completely different from an experience as a male. My sister went down to the Dominican Republic. Her experience is going to be completely different from my experience. Yeah, you might have some similarities, but that's the point. Everybody's experience is going to be different, okay? Also, look at age. You have some people that travel in their 40s and 50s, okay? It's not going to be the same experience as somebody traveling in their early 20s, mid 20s. So you really can't use that as an argument because you've never experienced that to dismiss somebody else's experience, because that person's experience is relative to them. The same way I had went out to Egypt, and a lot of people was telling me a bunch of negative things about it, but when I got over there, I did not experience those things. So you can't really sit up here and say that just because you didn't go through something that somebody else didn't go through something. Like I told you, bro, nothing I said on that video was disrespectful. To be real, I feel, and this is just me bragging on myself, and I'm not even being cocky or arrogant, but I feel like I'm one of the fair channels. Like I really do feel like I try to break even, and I try to tell the good and the bad. And if you don't like that, then maybe this is not the channel for you. But for you to take me saying I don't like being taken advantage of, and then you equating that to, like, one chick tried to say like, oh, I need therapy. You know, you need to vent your frustrations to a therapist because YouTube ain't the platform for that. Well, ma'am, I think you need some therapy because your inability to comprehend or empathize with other people's emotions, that's a form of narcissism. That's not normal behavior. You trying to justify people taking advantage of you. She was like, well, that's sharing. You coming up to somebody who you think has money and telling them to buy you something that is not a necessity, such as an iPhone, that is not sharing. That is exploitation. You're exploiting this person because you feel as if they should do something for you because they come from a certain financial status. That is not normal behavior. And for all the comments for the people saying, well, this is why you should just stay in America, once again, it is just one critique out of the millions of things that I love about this country. The same way you go to a restaurant and you be like, man, I ain't really like this dish, but there's other food on the menu that I care for. That don't mean you're not going to go back to the restaurant just because you didn't like the food. All right, you might want to try something else. And it's the same way with this country. All I listed was one thing that I did. Well, in that video, I listed 5 things that I did not like out of the millions of other things that I do like about the country. Just because you have a critique or you dislike something doesn't mean that I'm saying don't ever travel to this country and people don't need to travel here. I'm just telling you, like, this is something from the country that I didn't really care for, but I still love the country. So, and for the people who saying you need to stay in America, it's the same thing in America. There are things that I like about America and there are things that I dislike about America. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, there are going to be things that you like and dislike, and just because you have a critique does not cancel out everything about that damn country. It just doesn't. It's just a critique, bro. It's an opinion. That's it. It's just an opinion. That's it. And then for the comments, because, you know, I had another person in the comments talking about, you make the same tire content, da-da-da-da-da-da. And by the way, I think there's a misconception that I don't travel to the Dominican Republic anymore. I have been to the DR since I stopped making Dominican Republic videos. I just don't post it. So just because I don't post it doesn't mean that it does not happen. But for the people who saying like, oh, it's the same tire content, then why don't y'all show out on the other videos where I be posting other stuff? You know, I done talked about truck driving, I done talked about flight attendant, done talked about other countries. Y'all, the ones who's making those comments, were nowhere to be found in the comment section on those videos. So if you are really pressed about this tire content, then show up on the other videos, because when I do post other shit, nobody watches it. But Dominican Republic, that seems to be the only content that people gravitate towards on this channel. You know, I even quit YouTube because I said, man, like, I'm just tired of doing the same thing. You know, so, you know, I've even said it myself, but unfortunately that seems to only be the thing that people are going to engage with on this channel. I would literally just have to start a new channel if I want to talk about other stuff, because I done tried it. Like I told you, I took a break from the DR stuff. I done tried to switch up the content and nobody gravitates towards it. So, you know, this is the only thing that I'm going to be posting. So like I said, if you want me to talk about other content, then show out when I post other content. You know, then if not, then stop complaining about it, because once again, you were nowhere to be found when I was posting content on other stuff aside from the Dominican Republic, all right? So it was straight crickets. And that goes for everybody, and that's when I realized, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to continue to do DR content on this channel. If I want to do a different channel, I have another one. I just haven't posted stuff on there yet. But, you know, if I want to switch it up and talk about other things, I might put it on that channel. But this channel is going to be a Dominican Republic channel. So if you do not like that, peace out, brother. This might not be the channel for you, okay? This is how people found me. This is how I grew my channel. It was off of Dominican Republic content, okay? So That's what hits and that's what works for this channel. And if I decide one day that, hey, I don't want to do it no more, I might just switch it up and do that. But for now, this is what we're going to be doing for now. Because the same people that's complaining was not on them other videos when I was talking about other shit, when it was just crickets. I'm done with this video. That's all I had to say. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you do not have to agree with me, but just keep it respectful. That's all I ask, because I am one opinion out of the millions of people on this planet, bro. But I hope you all have a blessed day. If you got any questions, you know where to hit me up. But yes, I will be continuing to make more Dominican content in the future. And if y'all got any suggestions of things that y'all want me to talk about, leave it down below in the comments and I might make a video about it. All right, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.